Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to show you how to make YouTube thumbnails. They're going to help your videos stand out amongst the thousands of others on our search channels. The best bit about today is I'm going to show you how to do it using just your phone. We're going to use the apps that already come pre-downloaded so you won't need to download or make any expensive purchases. I'm going to be using the iPhone. We're going to use the Keynote app. You may have an Android service or a phone. If you do, you can use the Google Slides app and it should work just as well, so you can just follow along. There's a few tricks and tips to follow along the way that will make life a little bit easier for you, so I'll point them out as we move along. Let's have a look.
Excellent. So first thing we're going to do is on our home screen or elsewhere, you're going to look for your app Keynote. Once we get there, we're going to open it up. Now before we do that, I may point out, if you have any images in your head that you would like to use, it'd be best to have them already saved in a file, ready to go. If not though, you don't necessarily need the photo, it's only if you have that idea in your head. Anyway, here we go. Let's open up Keynote. So on here, we're going to open up and we're going to create a brand new presentation. From here, you've got loads of fantastic options to use for a free app where you don't need to pay anything. If we go up to basic, you've got basic, recents, bold, editorial. For this one today, I'm simply going to go to basic one and we're going to go to basic black. And once our screen is loaded up, it's time to get editing. Now, we're going to do this in a couple of steps. The first thing for our thumbnails, the good news is on a thumbnail, there's no real right or wrong way to do them. It's just seen that a thumbnail is obviously a lot better than the default image which YouTube will automatically select for you. So you have full creative freedom. You can choose whatever you want and do it whatever way that you like. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the master slide. Up at the very top, you'll see a paintbrush sign. Click on it. And then down here, we can play around with the layout. For this one, I'm going to keep it nice and simple to get us started. Remember, the more comfortable you become, the more you can play around with this. Where it says background black, I want a nice colour that's going to be a bit of a border to my thumbnail. So I want a border that kind of stands out from the rest. So I'm going to pick something that's going to be a bit golden. Colour of a champion. Once I've got that done, I can hit back and I can just tap in. Now, time to get editing it. If we click on the bottom selection, we're not going to need that just for now, so let's delete it. And same again for the presentation subtitle. We can tap on that and then get it deleted. Now we're almost ready to get going. Remember those tips and tricks I suggested to you? Here's going to be the first one. Go to the top right because we need to change the size of this slide. If we make it too small or too big, when you upload it to YouTube, you may find that some of the words or pictures gets cut out and it will ruin the presentation. So you want to make it the right size from the beginning. So scroll down in settings, you will see document setup. On document setup, tap it. And then you've got several options. If you look down to the bottom right, you will see it says slide size. From here, we're going to be able to choose that correct size. So head over, you should find the option for custom. Now, you have two options. It will be width and height. The width, the recommended height or width, for a thumbnail is 1280 points. All right. And if you head down, height, the recommended one is 720. Now, if we make it to this size, we can rest easy that anything that we do or any hard work we put into it, it's not going to get destroyed once we upload it. So once you've chosen your size, just click done. And that's going to bring us back into sort of our home editing page. From here then, I'm going to put in, I want a block background. So what I want to do is click the plus sign at the top, so the plus sign. From here, we're going to go to you have different options once it's loaded. All along the top row, if you have a look, you've got tables, sort of math graphs and figures, and the other one is just basic shapes and text. And we're going to use this quite a bit because this is where we'll find our text box to input as well. So on here, remember, I'm just going to try to get a bit of a background block. So I've chosen it. Here it is. It's on the page. I'm going to bring it up. And by doing so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce that nice kind of golden border to my thumbnail. It's just going to help it make it look a little bit better if there's that border around it. So once I've got the size to something that I quite like, I can do that's fine there. And again, here you can choose whether you want it block coloured, white, black, whatever. I'm going to actually choose something a little bit different. So I'm going to tap into it. At the very top, you'll see that paintbrush emoji. Click on it. And then from here, we can then start to change how it looks. So if I go to style, here are the block colours. So I can make it all blue, green, red, pink. As I said, I want something a little different. So where it says fill, I'm going to tap on that box. That's going to bring me up all of these different options. I want to go to gradient. On this gradient option, I've now got a choice of two colours that we can pick to blend in together. So if I pick one maybe on the red and back to fill, the end colour, I want to choose something maybe a little bit on the brighter side. There we go, going a bit on the blue. Okay, back to fill. And again, if you don't like the way the colours are, you can always tap the button to flip the colours. I'm quite happy having red up top. So once we've got that done, we can tap out of that. And there we go, we're getting the bases of our thumbnail already into shape. Now, very quickly, I'm going to go up to add again. This time I'm going to choose text. On my text, I'm going to just drag on those buttons to make it a little bit bigger so I can see it, and then tap on it, okay? So when we tap on it, again, if we double tap it, we can now type into it. So for this one, I'm going to do how to. And once we've done that, if we click on the paintbrush emoji, we can have a little look. And again, now we can start to play around again with the size. All right. If we go into text, I want to change that to title. Makes it nice and big for me. My font, I can play around with different ones. Again, for this, I'm not too fussed. Okay. So again, we want to make sure it's nice and big so it stands out. So there we go. I'll keep it white for now. So there's how to. Excellent, first one done. Let's try adding another text block. So double tap it. And in here I'm going to write make thumbnails. So there's make thumbnails. And again, we need to edit that so that it stands out. So back to our paintbrush where it says text, change it to title. You can see here that it's bunched up a little. If I use those blue dots and just stretch them out, it's going to make sure it stays on one line for me. Again, back into our paintbrush. My font, again, we can play around with the fonts if we want. We'll choose that one this time, why not? And again, we can choose the size. On this one, this is the main word, this is the key word for this video, so we want to make sure it really stands out. There we go, nice and big. And again, text color this time, we're going to change it so that it really does stand out, okay? So, what I might do is for this one, I want to make it a black text, but in the background, we're going to fill that box to something that really opposes against the black. So we can choose reds, purples. There we go, bright yellow. Look at that, bright yellow and black. Excellent contrast, stands out. How to make thumbnails. Almost there. Let's go up, going to add one more text for this one. Slide it down into the space, double tap it, and here we go, how to make thumbnails using your phone. Tap the screen, tap on that. Remember, we ought to drag that out so that it all fills up one line, and from here, back to our paintbrush, select our text, we'll choose the same as we maybe had up top, I think it was that one, and we'll choose our size. Again, make sure the size is nice and big. So there we go. Now, I did say, remember, that for this we might like to put in pictures. So have a look at this. I'll quickly show you just how you can add in pictures into these thumbnails if you want. Okay, so back to our plus sign. This very top side, on the right hand side, you'll see the little image logo. From here, we can choose image gallery. And if we hit plus, if I go down to my folder that I've pre-created ready for it, I've got my little plus button or play button for YouTube. So there we go. We can always add it in just so it's there. And I edit that.
Go ahead, Elmer.
Welcome. Thanks for joining me on this glorious Friday. I hope you're really well. I hope you're week. And I hope you got to your next
Okay.
So before we dive in, first of all, Karina Lavery, your practicing tonight, if anything goes wrong.
Done. And there we go. There is our very first thumbnail reproduced. So if we head up to top right, we can just click export. When we export it, hit images. From here, make sure it's PNG. It'll work best for YouTube or any websites. So hit export. Once you've done that, save image, and from there it'll be in your image folder ready for you to upload to YouTube.
Okay guys, there you go. That is how to make a thumbnail for your video. If you find this video easy or enjoyable to watch, I would really appreciate it if you took the time just to give it a like, and most importantly, click the little subscribe button just down below. Thank you.